In this edition of UTA Spotlight, an inside look at the start of Springfest.
And additionally, we highlight a unique space at the UTA library that is often overlooked on campus.
As Terry Talks comes to an end for the semester, we hear from the president and CEO of the Terry Foundation. UTA Spotlight starts now. Welcome to UTA Spotlight. I'm Brianna Alvarado.
And I'm Daniel Castagna. Thank you for joining us.
UTA kicked off its Springfest this past Saturday, launching a full week of events designed to bring students together and celebrate the season.
On Monday afternoon, students gathered outside the Library Mall for the Bloomfest Spring Carnival. Throughout the afternoon, students took part in hands-on arts and crafts, rode the Pirate's Revenge, and danced along with friends to music from the event's DJ. With a full week of Springfest events underway, we asked one student which event she was most looking forward to.
This event I was looking most forward to because I love spring and it's a nice outdoor event, and I got to drag my bestie, my one school bestie out here, and she just said she's having fun, so I'm glad.
That was just the beginning of the week's festivities. Tuesday continued with Mavs Got Talent, a talent show held in the Lone Star Auditorium inside the MAC. The show featured a variety of performances, including singing, dancing, instrumentals, poetry, and an a cappella rap by a DFW resident. As the performances wrapped up, 3 volunteer judges deliberated before announcing the winners. And Ariel De Leon won first place with her cover of Almost Like Being in Love by Natalie Cole. After the event, Ariel shared what it meant to perform for the UTA community.
It was so much fun getting to share something I love doing with everyone. I love singing. If I'm singing by myself, I'm singing with other people. It's something I love doing. So getting to share it with UTA, it's of course a bit nervous, but it was a joy getting to share my joy with them.
Event judge Isaiah Joseph emphasized the importance of events like these at a commuter school.
And we are all very well aware of the fact that when it comes to student engagement, it doesn't just come with the student experience. We have to create it ourselves. And events like these, specifically a talent show where the show that's being put on is UTA itself, that brings out the crowd better than any other event.
Alberto Gomez and Trent Harris, UTA Spotlight.
Springfest continues with a Mardi Gras themed block party Thursday night in front of Maverick and West Hall, followed by Springfest concert on Friday at Texas Hall, featuring headliner Coco Jones.
From academic departments to employers, the MS Resource Fair brought together various organizations to help master students succeed inside and outside the classroom. The Graduate Student Resource Fair gave master students a chance to explore the wide range of support available for them at UTA. Academic departments showcased tutoring, research opportunities, professional development programs, and various types of companies and shared internships and job pathways tailored for graduate level talent. Organizers say the goal of this resource fair is to let students know where to turn to for academic help, career guidance, or day-to-day support during their time in graduate school.
We just wanted to bring all the, what can I say, creative or necessary or whatever they can find like easy in their day-to-day life, and we can show them, see, these are all the resources which might help you during your time at UTA, during your master's events.
The Resource Fair was one of several events happening throughout Graduate Student Appreciation Week, which is designed to ensure master's students feel supported, connected, and prepared for the challenges ahead as they continue their education journey at UTA.
The Central Library at UTA is a place for study, creation, and consumption, but there is more to the library than just below the surface. That helps with students' work-life balance. Reporter Garrett Crowder has more.
The library is a seemingly unassuming place where students can go to for just about any normal student needs. But just a floor below, in the basement, is a place of entertainment galore, the Gaming Den. A place where students of UTA can relax and meet to be with friends in a low-stress environment.
It benefits in the sense of the community aspect. People come down, a lot of people meet a lot of their college friends that they've had from their freshman year to senior year here in the basement.
The gaming basement started in 2019 with just this room of older consoles and a sim racing rig. But now it takes up the full floor. They have stand-up arcade cabinets, 6 PlayStation 5s, 2 Xbox Series X's, 2 Nintendo Switches, this PC gaming room, and more board games than you can shake a stick at. But the basement is not without its controversies. Some might think that a purely recreational space might lead to students getting lower grades and being less focused on their studies overall. But therein lies the point of the basement, as a place to emphasize the balance between work and life.
I mean, life is a mix of both. You're not always going to be studying all the time, but also you need time to rest, time to enjoy it. You need a mix of both. You can't just do one forever. It's not how life is meant to be lived.
And for those still skeptical, the basement also has a variety of classes that benefit from the graphics horsepower that only a gaming PC can provide.
But we also have a course integration down here, so we have everything from English classes to anthropology to game design classes, esports classes that happen down here. So I feel like we have a wide range of things that we offer here at UTA.
Garrett Crowder, Arlington Sentinel News.
Work-life balance is important, not just for professionals, but for students too. Spaces like the basement make it clear that UT Arlington takes students' work-life balance very seriously. And now we go to Michelle for the last of our Terry Talks this semester.
Thank you, Bree. My name's Michelle Trevino, and welcome to Terry Talks. Today we have something really special lined up for you. We'll be hearing from one of our very own Terry Scholars, Aiden Clark, alongside the president and CEO of the Terry Foundation, Yvonne Moody. Let's take a look at their interview.
Hi there, my name is Aiden Clark. Welcome to Terry's Talk. Who do I have here today?
Yvonne Moody. I'm the president and CEO of the Terry Foundation and also a Terry Scholar.
All right, Miss Moody, what would you say is your favorite part of being president of Terry?
My favorite part is the students. As you know, I interviewed you and selected you to be a Terry Scholar, and I do that every year. And so I love watching students just progress through their undergraduate career, to see all the accomplishments that they have, and then to see their dreams come true when they graduate and actually get out in the world to do the thing that they wanted to do when they were a high school student.
I love that. That definitely resonates with me, of course. You saw me in that. What would you say for somebody who's interested in becoming a Terry? What do they need to get a better opportunity for that? How can they stand out?
Well, we're really looking for somebody that's well-rounded. So it's not just the straight A student. Of course, you need good grades, but and financial need is a big part of it. But leadership is the defining characteristic. And so we're looking for people that have stepped into leadership positions in their high school or in their community. Somebody that's really well-rounded and that's going to take advantage of all their opportunities.
Yeah, I love that. So obviously, Terry's Talk is based on Mr. and Mrs. Terry. What would you say your favorite memory with one or both of them is?
What I loved about Mr. Terry is that he was so invested in the students. Like, he took each student as a personal investment and was investing in their success. So even though it was a big organization, when he had a conversation with you, he would look you in the eye like you were the most important person that he was talking to. And he really would do anything possible to help you succeed, including like introducing students to business partners, helping them get jobs. He was really personally invested in helping them succeed.
Yeah, I love that. I wish I could have met him, honestly. Last question for you is going to be, of course, ours is also based on volunteering. So, Mr. Terry, but of course, a volunteering aspect. What would you say for Terry's, how can they get out and volunteer? Not just Terry, but kind of everybody, whoever wants to volunteer, whether it's being a Terry or not being a Terry. What would you say would be your recommendation? What clubs have you seen, and all that good stuff?
I think, first of all, starting with your passion, like what are you passionate about, whether it's food insecurity, whether it's homelessness, whether it's, education. I think following your passion, because then you're really going to be invested in what you're doing. And I just think looking for opportunities, certainly on campus, there's many, many opportunities, and just be willing to say yes and step in.
Yeah, I really appreciate your time, Miss Moody. Thank you so much.
We hope you learned something new and feel inspired to go out and make a difference in your community. And as always, in the famous words of the late Mr. Terry, success is attaining the goals you have set for yourself in life.
After the break, we talk about the increase in gas prices and see how one UTA student feels about it.
For the last episode of Healing Reflections of this semester, we see their discussion about the downside of healing and recovery.
UTA softball lost their second straight conference series against California Baptist, and we see how Game 3 of the series went for the Mavericks next on UTA Spotlight.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day.
Welcome back. Gas prices are on the rise across North Texas due to the Iran conflict, and for many drivers, it's becoming harder to ignore. As costs climb, students say it's starting to impact their day-to-day budgets. Analysts point to rising oil costs and increased demand as we move closer to the busy spring and summer travel season. For college students already balancing a tight budget, even a small jump can make a big difference. I caught up with junior Ava Reed on how this increase has begun to affect her schedule.
For sure annoying, and I'm having to stop more often to get gas. Like, it's just running, it's burning faster for some reason, and it's just way more expensive to get. So like my typical $10 I would put in, or $20 just isn't lasting as much as it used to.
And if you're looking to save at the pump, AAA recommends filling up earlier in the week using apps to compare local prices and keeping your tires properly inflated to improve fuel efficiency as costs continue to climb.
UTA students were able to shop their hearts out at Mav Market last weekend.
I always come with the mindset that I won't be spending a lot of money, but at the end of the day, that goal is never reached.
Mav Market is a campus event hosted by the Entrepreneurship Club that lets UTA student businesses sell and advertise their products. It happens every semester, and students are able to purchase food, clothes, decorations, art, and much more.
This is done by us, the Entrepreneurship Club, but I've been doing this for over a year now. And what it has done for students is that it has created $170,000 for them. There's no revenue sharing, we just have a flat table fee, and then they can sell stuff on campus. This is one of the rare occasions where we're allowed to actually market themselves on campus.
Vendors and businesses of any kind or experience are welcome to showcase their products at this event.
I'm a first-time vendor and first-time business owner. This is my first time ever making anything like this. This has been great. This is great exposure for not just people like me, but just anybody, people of different backgrounds, and just people to get access. So I'm having a great time.
This event is a safe and fun space for people to shop, sell, or just browse, and is a highly anticipated event among student vendors and shoppers at UTA.
Apart from that, we have been in existence for more than 2 years now, and this event has grown way out of what anyone could have imagined.
Kimberly Oriana, Arlington Sentinel News.
Mav Market happens every semester, and application forms for vendors show up months before the event. So if you are interested in selling your product, keep an eye out for that.
Michaela Nobles hosts Healing Reflections, which focuses on personal growth and emotional well-being for students. In the latest episode, Michaela and Dr. Laura Pitts-Bounds discuss the sometimes painful parts of healing and recovery.
Every single solitary person has a press that is part of their process. And if you are not willing to go through the pressing, the crushing, the molding, the shaping, the smashing, the beating up. How can you ever get to your promises? Nothing comes easy. Everything requires process. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. And there are times in our lives where we have to fight for the wisdom, the strength, the courage, the resilience to endure the process. Far too many people abort the process and give up, not on the promise, but they first give up on themselves. And when you give up on yourself, you forfeit the promise. So I say to you, Michaela, I say to our audience, how bad do you want the promise?
Consider watching the whole conversation on Michaela's YouTube channel at The Real One TV or on Instagram at The Real Michaela. She reflects on the impact, the lessons, and the courage it took to be vulnerable. Now we turn it to Garrett with a sports update.
That is right, Bree. The Maverick Report starts now. UTA softball fell to California Baptist on Saturday, dropping the weekend series and slipping to 6-6 in conference play. The Lady Mavericks took an early lead in the first inning, but California Baptist answered and pulled ahead with a 3-run fifth. The Mavericks responded with a 2-run homer to cut the deficit to 1 in the 5th inning. UTA finished with 9 hits, but the Lancers added 2 runs in the 6th to secure the 7-4 win. We spoke with right fielder Kelsey Creech after the Saturday game, who hit a home run twice this series.
I think we had pretty competitive at bats. I think we kind of were switching our game plan, like sitting the different pitches, and I think we did a good job at executing those pitches. I think we could be a little bit more cleaner on defense for sure, but I think for me, like my big issue is I swing at a lot of junk sometimes, and so my game plan for this series was to just swing at strikes and to pick my pitch and really hit it hard.
The Lady Mavericks now sit at 18-21 overall and will head on the road for a 3-game series at Utah Tech this Friday. All games will be streamed on ESPN+.
Thank you, Garrett, for that sports update. That's all that we have for you on this last edition of UTA Spotlight for this semester. To stay up to date with us, please follow us on Instagram at MavMedia.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Bree.
And I'm Daniel. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next semester.